Hi guys, McDuosGirl here, and this is part 2 of the Victorian mansion, and you'll see here that I am moving the roof up from last time, because I said last time that the roof was too short, so I did move that up, and I'm moving into the interior, and the interior of this house gave me a lot of problems. I actually had to cut out quite a bit of video because I started doing the kitchen. I always, on bigger houses at least, try to do the kitchen because that's the room I like doing the most, and the video ended up being so long, I just cut myself doing the kitchen out because I ended up doing this great big kitchen and then I ended up not liking it, so I just erased the whole thing and started working on other stuff. So I cut out probably a big portion of the video just because I didn't want you guys to have to sit through me doing this kitchen that's like not even in the house at all at the end anyway. So I just cut that out, and you're going to see in this video it actually is sped up a little bit more than the last one because unfortunately this video is going to end up being a 3-parter. This house is just taking me forever, and at the point of me uploading this video, it's actually still not done. It's almost done, thank God. I'm probably going to finish it tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning. I only have a few rooms left to do. So thank God for that. It's just turning into a chore now, and I kind of wish I hadn't uploaded part 1 already. That way I could take a break and just do something a little bit smaller just to get myself refreshed a little bit, because now I'm sort of trying to rush myself getting this done, and it's just like, ugh, I just don't feel like doing it anymore. It's like I'm forcing myself to do something that I shouldn't have to feel like is actually work to me. But anyway, the house ends up on the interior, the bottom floor ends up looking really, really nice. The kitchen is just gorgeous. I love how the kitchen turned out. I was so happy with it. And there was a lot of space to fill up. I did have a little bit of a problem because I usually don't like leaving a whole lot of open spaces in my houses. And I was trying so hard to kind of fill up the floor space and fill up the walls, and just because this place is so massive, it ended up being quite a task for me to try and find things to fill this house up. And you're going to see here, this is actually the vines I was talking about, the quote-unquote vines in my last video in part 1 that I was talking about using the window boxes to use on the sides of the house. And then I'm putting more vines up on top of this lattice work here outside. And I kind of wanted the vines to sort of crawl down one of the poles, and I had to use move objects for that. And this is sped up quite a bit, but this process right here probably took at least 35 minutes. I mean, it was just ridiculous, but I was trying to be so meticulous with this, and I really thought all the plants on top of that lattice work would look a little bit more natural if there was something from the ground kind of crawling up and looking like it was just kind of growing across the top. So that's what I did. I just kind of put them all there and made them crawl up the top of, or that pole there on the outside, and I tried to make it look as organic as possible, but obviously it does look a little bit weird just because I used kind of the same plant object over and over again, just kind of on top of each other. But I think for what I did, it turned out pretty well. And now I'm doing some more vines using the window boxes on the side of this house, and I can't remember if it's in this part or if it's going to be in part 3, but when I go to no, it's definitely in this part. Yeah, when I go to start doing the bathroom on the downstairs floor, a lot of the window boxes had kind of poked through into the downstairs bathroom, so I have to go back and kind of shuffle them all around because they're all sticking inside of the house, and that was really annoying. That took me quite a while to try and fix. And right now I'm just doing even more stuff outside because, like I said in my last video, doing the outside of this house was just way more fun than doing the inside. And I think I just did so much on the outside of this house because I didn't really know what I wanted to do on the inside. I was still thinking about it. I didn't have any ideas yet, so I was like, I'll just work on the outside some more until I figure something out. And I just kept trying to find things, more and more things to put on the outside of the house so I could just kind of think about, like, okay, how am I going to do the inside of this house? It was just so daunting trying to figure out what I wanted to put on the inside of that huge space. I don't think I've ever done a build that was this big with this much interior work to do. And it just took me forever. But once I kind of got the general layout of where the rooms were going to be on the bottom floor, it went pretty quickly. But it was just trying to figure out like what rooms I wanted to go where. And actually, as of right now, as of the upload of this video, there's a portion in the middle of the house towards the back, kind of between all the rooms, that I want to put like a formal living room in. And I've gone through like 4 times with all these different layouts, and I don't like any of them. And I really want to get a fireplace in there. And it's just, I don't know, it's just being so difficult. And once I get to the top floor of this house, trying to do things on the top floor and trying to put walls in on the inside, for some reason there's something glitching out that like every time I put walls in, or try to put columns in on the inside of the house, all of the siding around the outside of the house, not the siding, the trim, that big thick blue trim on the outside of the house on the bottom floor kind of glitches to the inside of the house and goes around on the rooms on the inside of the house. And I don't know what is doing it, but there was no way that I was gonna like try and redo everything, because it's just been so long working on this house that there was just no way I was going to try and kind of shuffle all the outside of the house around to get it to not glitch in there. So in part 3, you're probably going to see me take quite a bit of the that larger blue trim on one, I think it's the top floor of the house out, just so on the top floor of the house when I'm putting the walls in to make the rooms up there, it's not glitching into the inside of the house. But anyway, here I'm putting out an outdoor bar, and this looks really nice. I think it was a good use of the space out here underneath this kind of big latticed garden. I was really happy with it. I probably could have put in more plants, but at this time I was just like, okay, I gotta stop putting in plants. I have to stop doing all this landscaping. It's getting kind of ridiculous. Now, I haven't even checked how much this house is yet because I haven't finished it, but it's probably just going to be ridiculous just because of how much landscaping is outside. I just use so many plants. It's just insane. I probably at least a quarter of the price of this house is going to be just from landscape work, probably more than that, because there was just so many flowers and things that I used, especially trying to do the vines on the side of the house, because I had to use I probably used like 100 or 150 of just those window boxes in this build. And right there I just put in a jungle gym. So obviously this is a family home. There's going to be 3 bedrooms. I'm going to do 1 master bedroom. There's as of right now, I don't have the house finished yet, obviously, at the time of this upload, but I have done, and you're going to see in part 3, a children's bedroom, a children's playroom. There's going to be like a teens bedroom, and then there's going to be a master bedroom. So this is definitely big enough for at least 3 bedrooms, so a larger family. And there's enough room upstairs to easily put in another bedroom, maybe even 2. Once you see the next part and how much room there is actually upstairs in the layout. And there's actually 2 bathrooms upstairs. So there's one for like the kids to share, and then there's a master bathroom that's connected right to the master bedroom. And there's actually a whole room that I put in upstairs that I'm going to use for a gym, but could easily be transformed into another bedroom. It's a little bit smaller, but I mean, you could fit a ton of Sims into this house. There's so much room to expand in this house. So if you had 8 Sims, you could easily fit 8 Sims into this house. And now I'm finally doing some interior work here, and this is, like I said earlier, my second attempt at doing the kitchen. I really like how this kitchen came out. I'm really glad I changed it because it's way, way better than the kitchen I had in there earlier. And if you watched my last video, I said that I actually put in this bay window specifically because I thought in that little recessed area that sticks out, you could put clutter and stuff up there, and that was me attempting to try and put some clutter in there. I really wanted some little plants so it kind of looked like a pseudo herb garden or something above the sink, because I've actually seen that in real life in somebody's house, and it looks really nice. And I couldn't do it, and I was really disappointed. So I put some plants above the cabinets there, like I did on my cabin build, And so I thought it looked pretty good. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it still looked really nice. And here's a fun fact: if you're ever having trouble trying to do the inside of one of these houses, I'm not used to doing Victorian houses. This is the first Victorian house I ever did, and it's huge. So like I've been saying, I had a really hard time trying to figure out the layout of the interior of this house because it's just so massive on the bottom floor. So I actually went into Google and I looked up Victorian mansion blueprints, so I could see the actual layouts of the inside of these actual Victorian houses. And so they said, like, okay, here's like a library and then the parlor, which I thought sounded extra fancy. So I tried to make a room that was kind of like a library, and then like I said earlier, the big area that I leave kind of in the middle that I haven't finished yet, I want to be like a parlor, so like a really fancy living area, like a formal living area. And then there was dining room, kitchen, and, you know, all the normal stuff. But I thought library and parlor were just like extra fancy and extra like kind of Victorian and old-timey. So I thought that kind of sounded really cool. So I kind of wanted to do like a layout like that. And I tried to keep it fairly symmetrical. I kind of wanted the layout of the bottom floor to look really nice. And I wanted lots of diagonal walls, and I wanted to look really, really cool. And I love the bathroom on the bottom floor that I did. It actually has some columns in there and a clawfoot tub. So like if you're going to have guests over, that would, I guess, be the guest bathroom, because there's a kid's bathroom upstairs and then one in the master bedroom. So if like your sim was having guests over or something like that, I guess that would technically be like, I mean, the game obviously doesn't really work like that, but it would be the guest bathroom. So I tried to make the downstairs bathroom kind of fancier than the upstairs bedroom or bathrooms, and I was happy with how it came out. Sorry, my dog came over and dropped his ball in front of me because he wanted to play, and I'm trying to kind of rush through this narration a little bit because he's being a little bit rambunctious tonight, and he just wants to play all night, and he just wants attention, and I feel bad kind of ignoring him right now because he's being such a cutie. I really wish they would put pets into The Sims 4. Like, how awesome would The Sims 4 pets be? That would just be, I would buy that the second it came out, and I would make my own house, and I'd make my own pets, and I'd just be super, super excited. That would be like the best thing ever. I really hope that's the next thing they come out with, because I mean, they're coming out with like backyard stuff and nannies and like all this stuff, and that's like really cool, but like The Sims 4 pets would just be awesome, because I would have like 100 dogs, or you could make like this like creepy old mansion and put like an old lady in there who's like got the evil traits and the hate children traits, and give her like 50 cats. I think that would be the most hilarious thing ever, is to make like a scary old cat lady who hates kids. I think that would be so funny. You could do like challenges, like you see people doing like the 100 baby challenge and stuff like that. You could do a challenge where you just have like all these animals everywhere, or do like a Sims 4 animal hoarders or something like that, and try to keep like all your pets like healthy and happy. And I just think that would be like so ridiculous. I remember when The Sims 4 first came out, like one of the first like families that I ever made is I tried to, because I'm such a weirdo, I tried to make a married couple of my like human forms of like my two dogs, because I have a female dog and a male dog, and my female dog's a little bit older than my male dog, but like they're so lovey with each other, and I just tried to make them like a female and male human, and like in human form, and tried to get their traits, like what I thought they would be if they were people, because I'm just like that crazy dog person. As you can probably tell, because I talk about them in like every single video, and this has nothing to do with my dogs, but I just love them to death. But I just thought that was funny thinking back on it now, that like it's like, oh, this awesome game comes out, and the first thing I do is like make my pets into people. But I actually played with them for a pretty long time, so that was kind of fun. All right, so anyway, I'm going to get off that tangent. So I'm doing the downstairs bathroom, and this is me trying to get some columns in kind of around it. I kind of wanted to like recess the floor around the clawfoot tub so that you kind of stepped up, and then there was like this area that was raised above the actual floor to this clawfoot tub with like columns around it, and I wanted to put like all these curtains around the columns and stuff, but it just didn't work. That like I said, the all the trim on the outside of the house just kept glitching out, and eventually I just got fed up with it, and I was like, okay, whatever, it's just, I'm not going to try and do anything all that interesting in here. I did put columns in, I got the columns to work, but I couldn't get that kind of raised area with the clawfoot tub, and I was so upset that I couldn't get that to work, and I probably could have if I had screwed around, moving things around and moving pieces of the outside of the house around and screwing around with rooms and stuff like that. But I just, at this point, I just really didn't want to do it. I didn't want to have to deal with it. And I put counters all around the back of it, so I still got it to look semi-cool looking. I really would have liked that tub to be raised up, though. I think that would have looked a lot better. But anyway, the bathroom down here does end up looking really fancy and really nice, and I wish I had it in my actual house. I think that would be really cool. And I didn't do anything upstairs in the 2 upstairs bathrooms that were as elaborate as this. I was trying to do something funky with the counters there using move objects, and it was just, I don't know, it looked really weird. So I just put in that piece there, and just put mirrors all the way around it, which, I don't know, like one side of it is like right up against the wall, so it's kind of like not even usable on that side, but it still looked neat, and I really liked how it turned out. And I don't know, I feel like I kind of wasted space in this room just because it would be such a giant bathroom, and I could have put like everything in there. I could have put like a spa tub, and then like a shower, and then another spa tub, and I could have made it like really super nice. But I don't know, I really wanted to do something special around this clawfoot tub. And the funny thing is like the clawfoot tubs like aren't even that good. Like when you're actually playing the game, they like break all the time, but which doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like comfort should be like higher on a clawfoot tub, because clawfoot tubs really are more comfortable than like a regular tub. But I don't know, that doesn't really make any sense to me. But just in my own mind, I feel like that's just like the best bathroom like ever, like in the whole world, with that just beautiful clawfoot tub. I would just be in there all the time. I would just take like 3 bottles of wine in there and like a little TV, and I just sit in there and watch like an entire show on Netflix while taking a bubble bath in that clawfoot tub, that beautiful clawfoot tub. All right, I'm going to stop talking about the clawfoot tub now. I'm just obsessed with that clawfoot tub, and I have no idea why. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there because the video is almost over. Part 3 should be coming soon with final screenshots, and when I get that done, I will put this house up for download. My origin ID is Cyberbot99. If you go to the Sims 4 gallery and type in hashtag McDuosGirl, it's a little bit easier to find me. My Twitter and my Facebook are linked. You can follow me on there. I post pictures every once in a while of things I have not uploaded yet onto YouTube. And if you have any comments or suggestions, definitely leave those down below, and hit subscribe if you want to make sure that you catch all of my speed builds. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.